Okay, so Julie, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today for this quick call and just to show others what it's like working together and
Hmm?
where you were before we started and what we actually did. So I'm grateful for you taking your time to just talk and see how we can be helpful to each other.
My
And
pleasure.
the first thing that I just wanted to start off with was before we started working together, what did your content situation look like? What was the schedule like? Were you posting consistently at all or not?
Yeah. So this is a really good question because I know people are at different levels. When I was on social media, I was very consistent, but then I got really bored. Then I moved across to Skool, which is where I met you. And I think this was one of the first groups I joined because I really liked how you showed up and how authentic you were. So where I was actually trying to work out what to do in school, and um, where you where I was, yeah, was just trying to figure out, do I do the same sort of stuff that I did on social media? And yeah, so and it was a big thing coming over to a new platform and not really knowing how it worked. And I'm not a highly technological person, so
Yeah.
it was about connecting with you and a couple of other people that are more structured and really good at that kind of aspect of a business because I'm not. That's me.
Yeah,
I
that's what
can
we're.
be.
Yeah,
Mm,
you can be. You just need the help and the accountability to be there. But you
yeah.
can be. And there's no need to be completely structured and disciplined. Like,
No.
post this today, post this today. No, it just comes down to having that idea of overall what we're doing here, what's the end goal, how are we going to get there, and that's it. It's good to have some leeway in between. And
Yeah, yeah.
what made you decide to actually go through with this and choose to work together and start working on this structure? And yeah, what made you take this step?
Well, I always watch people for a start, and, and I have to feel connected to a person, and as I said a minute ago, I could see that you were structured, you knew what you were doing, and I really liked how you did your posts because they encourage people to engage, so that was my first step. And then getting, to talk to you and just I felt that there was a really nice connection. For me, it's important. Sorry, my cat's flicking her tail there.
No
For
worries.
me, it's important to have a good connection with anybody that I'm going to work with. I'm
Mhm.
not going to work with somebody that I don't feel has got the energy. It's for me that really plays a big role.
Yeah.
And you're enthusiastic and vibrant and, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate the kind words because I feel the same way whenever I'm working with someone, and that can be as simple as getting my watch fixed. I don't
Mm,
go to any other watchmaker. I go to somebody who I resonate with. And when
yep,
you resonate together, you end up achieving more and more. I've seen this as well because when you are in that connection between each other, you can achieve bigger and higher goals. Yeah. So
absolutely.
it is enjoyable for sure. And
Yeah.
when did you first start to see that it was actually working and it was not a waste of your time and money to do this together? And yeah, how much
Oh,
more consistent are you now compared to before? And has that had any impact on you in terms of leads or people reaching out to you?
Look, I've really taken notice of what you do, and even though we're in very different fields and we're very different with what we do,
Mm.
um, I watched you, and then with our conversations, like, honestly, for me, conversations are where I get my aha moments and good tips and inspiration, and then I was, not exactly, but looking at how you structured things, and I really like your questions. So, rather than, and you have posted this, talking to people, like telling them what they need and all of this, it's like changing some of my wording to get them to connect and engage more rather than them just
Mhm.
wanting me to give them everything, which as a teacher, like I lectured for 13 years, and that's what I've been used to doing.
Yeah.
Giving information, and it's very different online, when you're engaging in a community, and it's been a really difficult one for me to change, and I do think it's taken a while and I'm slowly changing, but that's because of how my brain is trained as well. So, the
Mm.
constant, like, the conversations every week with you and engaging is really, really good for me, and accountability, because having, um conversations helps with accountability as well, and getting inspired and getting and you feel more fired up.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
sense?
Absolutely. I can relate to that because I've had a similar feeling with other people that I've talked to, and whenever you get those realizations and whenever you engage with these type of people that make you click, and you have that accountability, those things are priceless. Because nowadays, it's not so much about information, it's more about getting someone to personalize that information, tailor it to your current situation, and keep you accountable. Because that's what it
Yeah.
matters most. And
And you sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you said
no,
something key there, because 'cause I'll forget, and apologies. Um, is that I've had a l a few coaches over the years, like, I've been online for 17 years, and I was doing really well, and then, things just
yeah,
got difficult. Everything changed, as we know, on social media. But one of the things I found that used to really make me cranky, and what I don't like is there's a lot of coaches, most coaches out there, they just have a template,
yeah,
or they use what worked for them, and what worked for them isn't going to work for everybody. And this is where a lot of people get stuck,
hmm, true,
because and they get sucked in. So what you said before, it's like the authenticity and engaging in with that person in their language at their level is really important. It's
yeah,
not a one size fits all in
for
what you
sure.
teach.
Yep. That's what I try to do as well. I mean, I try to personalize it as much as I can. Like, I mean, just yesterday I was having a call with this one lady. She teaches sales, and she has a very unique mechanism of teaching sales, like not in the salesy way that we both hate, but in a
Mm,
more genuine way where you just help the person make a decision that they're unable to do it on their own without pushing the product or the service down their throat. And that's a completely different niche compared to yours. And
yeah,
that niche needs different approaches. That's it. You
yeah.
cannot put the same template over it. Like, if you could put the same template on everything, AI would be king. We would be, we would be out of a job.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
that's pretty much how it looks like, yeah.
yeah.
And
I
It's
agree.
not it's not a pleasant world to be in. That's where we come into play, just to personalize it and get the best results with your situation. And the key word here is you. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that is, for me, something that I can do in my with my clients quite easily. My as you know, my big thing is more about structuring content. I've got a lot of
Yeah.
years of content. And one of the things with me is that I'm highly creative. So shiny objects come in, and you have helped me because I've been doing it, is stay instead of trying to do 5 things, staying with 1, maybe 2 things,
Yeah.
that are quite different, which
That's it.
attract different audiences.
Mhm.
That's been good.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we managed to do this because you're not the only one, by the way. And I've noticed that it's more and more common for people to have this shiny object syndrome. It's just normal because when you see something down the street and you're walking there, and it's normal for you to just be curious, to try it out yourself, to see
Of course.
what might happen, what might come out of it. And
Yeah.
this is where I bigger picture. I mean, how has this fixing all of this, becoming more structured and becoming more concise? How this has this helped you beyond content itself? Because I feel like this reaches far beyond the videos that we put out or the posts that we put out.
Oh, well, it's less overwhelming for me personally,
Hmm.
and I'm a little bit better at planning, but I still am really good, like, I'm very good at winging things. I'm
Hmm.
very spontaneous. So but when you say so the big picture, I have to say that because I am staying more focused,
Hmm.
that it helps me, and especially because I've had a lot of stuff going on outside of my business as well with going back to study. So I've had to really pull in and go,
Yeah.
"What is my capacity?" Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
even if I can't do something major, consistency is key.
Yeah.
And yeah, for business and for me.
Yeah. Absolutely. I
Is
mean,
that what you wanted? I'm not really clear.
yeah, you
Is that
you
what
said it.
you
You said something really key there that it really resonates with me. It's not about doing huge things over and over. No, it's about the small actions that stack up over time. That's
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
about those small steps. And if you think about it, it's like reading a book. You can be so motivated to finish the book, and let's say it's a really huge one, it's like 600 pages, and you read 100 pages in one day, but then you don't read for 2 to 3 months, nothing. And the book stays on the shelf and
yeah,
collects and gathers dust.
yeah.
But compare that to the person who reads 5 pages a day. That
Consistent.
same person will read 150 pages each month, and he will read it eventually. It's
Yeah,
small, but it stacks up. I love that. I love that you
yeah.
mentioned it.
I think
Uh,
because it builds momentum as well, and it takes pressure off yourself. And so, for example, like, I'm just asking one simple question a day
mhm.
in my community that is
Yeah,
easy for me to do, and I'm getting good engagement. And they
yeah,
are really short, simple questions. So, and people, like, it's that engagement too, if we're talking business. I don't I do get a bit, I always have so much to share that I can overpost sometimes, I think.
mhm,
So that's where, again, you don't need to do too much. It's just because
yeah,
your audience can get really overwhelmed as well.
yeah. True. It just comes down to picking that thread inside them that needs the most currently, and that thread can be unlocked by one question, not 10. And
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, you found that mechanism that works for you and your community, which is great. And
Mm.
finally, what would you say to someone who is in your situation, who was in your situation? You were confident on camera when you came in. You had been a speaker for so many years. You had been experienced in lecturing in your field. Like, I cannot mention to people how much information you know about your field and how
Mhm.
much existing content you have
Yeah.
about the things that you do. And what would you tell someone who is currently in your shoes but struggles to post consistently, to post content that brings them leads, to keep things tight? And what would you tell that person?
The best thing for me is to have somebody like you for accountability. Accountability works incredibly well for me. Um, and so I would say, well, if somebody's really struggling, then step into working with somebody like you and take it slow, because one thing I've found over the years is that the biggest mistake I see a lot of people make is they start a business and they jump in and they think, "Oh, I'll be making money next week." It doesn't
Mm.
work like that. And you need to build a relationship, and you're very good at doing that. So I think that people could follow your example, um, and have the conversations, like
Mhm.
we have had conversations. And, I get really excited and inspired. Never always know what I'm going to be talking about, but through conversations, information unfolds and
Yeah.
comes in. And I think if somebody doesn't have confidence and they're not really good at speaking publicly, whether it be online or face to face, having somebody like you, guidance is really important, and getting that key structure in place. And as Ivan, well with me, I can go off on tangents
Yeah.
because I have got so much information in my head about my work.
Mhm.
It does not take much to send me off down another path. And so one of the
Yeah.
things that I've been training myself with is to stay on track.
Yeah. And
Sometimes it's
that's the
good.
key.
Yeah, it's good. It can be good to go off track. It depends on what it's for. But
Yes.
starting out, having somebody like you to just, this is what you need. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. Get the structure, get the topic, get the points, and play with you. Like, have
Yeah.
those conversations. That's important. Not
Yeah.
everybody can do it on their own.
I mean, yeah, if you could do it on your own, there would be no need for mentorships for Skool, because Skool, if you think about it, you're there to learn how to read, how to write, how to calculate. You're there to learn about different subjects, and most people are having a very hard time to learn on their own. So yeah, you need some accountability, and you need someone to just show you what you could achieve and how you can achieve it step by step. And
And
that's
yeah,
pretty much it. Yeah.
without the overwhelm, and have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun and practice, and that's what I find with you. Like, we did that in the very beginning. We did a bit of practicing, and you got me to do videos and listen to myself, and I actually I know this sounds really funny, but I love listening to myself now, but I used to hate listening to my own voice, but it's because it's like, that was a good thing, that was not, and it helps me to get better as well.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that it did. I mean, I've been there as well. I just hated the sound of my voice. Whenever
Mhm.
my parents were watching a video of myself, I would go to the other room because I hated it. it's
Yeah,
it was that bad, but yeah, it's important for content
yeah,
especially. It's important. Well,
yeah.
that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to add for the people watching?
Look, I really love connecting in and having our conversations because it really does help me, and as I said, especially with having such a big year so far this year, with going back to do a diploma and assignments. So
Hmm.
it brings me back having these conversations with you when we've been having sessions, and I just think it's really valuable for people
Yeah.
to have that guidance, have that mentorship. Yeah.
Well, I believe it as well. I hope that whoever is out there watching Those Little People in the Dark, as one of my favorite movies said, they enjoyed this one as well as much as I did. Again, thank you, Julie, so much. I enjoyed this conversation as always. And for you guys watching, if you want to take part in what Julie did together with me, there is a link down below where you can book a call. And if you want more of these types of videos, let me know. We'll do them. And that's pretty much it for today.
Just jump in. There's nothing to lose. You will always gain. I have a shit ton of experience, but I still gain. I still learn and I'm still inspired.
Yeah, that's a beautiful message to end it on. See you in the next one.